What's going on, everybody? My name is John Serwin, and this is my kitchen. Welcome. Today, I'm going to show you how I made these, which is a lot of technique and I think scares a lot of people, but don't have to be too scared of it. If you screw it up, you get scrambled eggs. So this here is a plain omelet that you can serve for morning, noon, and night. This is actually what my dinner is going to be tonight. And this here is a stuffed omelet. I'll show you the techniques and how it's done coming up. Stay tuned. To make up our omelet, we need a nice pan. This is an 8-inch ceramic pan. I personally am not a big old fan of Teflon anymore, so anodized aluminum, ceramic, nitrided carbon steel, those are all very good non-stick surfaces. I'm going to be working over at the stovetop most of the time here, so what we're going to do, we're going to take 3 eggs. I'm going to be off camera real quick. 3 eggs. The important thing I do want to show you, when I do crack an egg, crack it on a flat surface. I'm not going to crack it in this pan, but that's what I do. So over here, you'll be hearing it. It's a flat surface right on the counter. 3 eggs, and I'm just going to use a fork, break all the yolks, and mix it up with a fork. You don't want to use a whisk because a whisk will incorporate too much air. So once I have it started here, now I'm going to turn on my heat to medium-low and kind of get it right in the center. Some people do a teaspoon, tablespoon. I do about, it's probably honestly about 6 grams, maybe a hefty pad of butter. We'll start out, we'll do a plain one first, and then I'll show you a filled omelet. But back to the eggs. I'm going to go ahead, keep whisking them up, really, or not whisking, keep mixing them up with that fork. Mix it up for about a good minute, and then I'm going to add in a pinch of salt and mix it up for another minute. My eggs are about room temperature. I took them out for the past half hour. It'd be nice if you could have them out for a half hour to an hour before making the omelet. So yeah, a room temp egg would be nice, but if not, no worries. Don't let it stop you from making an omelet. All right, get that egg fully incorporated. We're gonna wait for this butter to fully coat the pan and start bubbling up. I'll show you my technique. From what I understand, if you're going to work in a kitchen, one of the tests they will put you through is how to make an omelet. And it's a pretty good test because it shows your understanding of ingredients, timing, temperature control, and how to really make stuff. So we're starting to get just a touch of color. So I'm gonna get my eggs in there. What I like doing is immediately start moving it around. I know some people don't, I do. Do this for about 20 seconds to make some small curd. Constantly wiping away. Now I'm going to turn the heat down even more. All right, we are at the point of where I want it to be. I'm going to wipe it all down. I'm going to turn the heat as low as I possibly can and let it kind of start coasting. We're going to spread it out as much as I can here. They say with an omelet, it is 70% technique, 30% pan. So if you have a pan that has nicks, cuts, scratches, scrapes, and the eggs will find it and they will stick to it. So try and have a newer pan or a pan that you know is very non-stick. You can really screw up an omelet with an old pan. This is where I like it. So if you can see right now, I'll zoom in for you guys or bring it up. If you can see, it's still a touch wet, but what I want to do is start from here, start flipping it, start rolling. So now I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to grab up underneath and start rolling. I actually want to roll this into thirds. So right here, you have it rolled into a third. I'm going to turn my heat off and show you how I flip it out. All right, heat's off. So again, grab from underneath. So now you have it this way. And when you turn it out, get it to the edge. And then flip. Oop. Now you can make it up nicely after you're done, but there you go. That's an omelet into thirds. My turnout technique was not the greatest, but it'll be more important when we start stuffing it. So that's my plain omelet. All I would do is finish it off with some chives right on top. It's just kind of a nice looking touch. There you go, plain omelet. Pan has now been wiped off. Remember, we're going to keep the heat off. 3 eggs yet again, break the yolks, and start beating for about 60 seconds. Turn that heat medium-low, heavy pat of butter, about a teaspoon of butter. While that's coming up, go ahead, pinch of salt into the eggs. Go back to beating it with the fork. Omelet is a great time to basically clean out your fridge, is another great way to do it. So you know what I have? I have some leftover mushrooms over here and a little bit of leftover breakfast sausage. So I'm going to make my favorite omelet. If I had American cheese, I'd honestly probably put American cheese, but I have a little bit of pecorino romano. So it's going to be a sausage, mushroom, pecorino romano omelet. You know what? Worst comes to worst, if you screw up the omelet, you just have scrambled eggs. That's the nice part about it. All right, get that fully coated, let that bubble down, and we are just starting to get a tiny bit of color. So in go the eggs. And start moving your eggs around quickly. This one, since I'm going to turn it almost all the way to low heat the entire time, because we are going to have to heat up our sausage and our mushrooms and our cheese, and we don't want to overdo the eggs. All right, we're going to give it about 10-15 seconds. Watch the sides here. We're going to start just doing slow pull-ins. Do a little bit larger of a curd this time, so that's why I'm going to do pull-ins to the center. Currently working counterclockwise. This way you can tell where's the hottest part of the pan. And every once in a while, if you want to do that big mix around, feel free. But I kind of want a little bit larger of a curd this time around. That's why I'm doing this pull-in technique now. I am going to give it a quick little maneuver around. You can see the larger curds this time. We're going to have some larger and some smaller. Give it a big swoop. All right, that's exactly where I want it to be. So heat is going actually all the way to low. Low as possible. Because now I'm going to spread this all around and get my ingredients in there for my stuffed omelet. All right, as even as I'd like it right now, I'm just going to fill this last third because we are going to just do a half this time, not a trifecta. So a little bit of that breakfast sausage. Remember, be sparing. You don't have to go crazy. Some mushrooms. I'm a big mushroom fan. Crazy side note, growing up, I hated mushrooms. Now, absolutely love them. We are just going to grate in some pecorino romano. Microplane it in. You know what? We're going to do this throughout the whole entire thing because this will probably get us about maybe a half an ounce of cheese. If you had some Gruyere, that'd be great. But this is what I have on hand right now. All right, that's plenty. I'm going to cover this with the plate. We're going to serve it on. And turn it off. Give it about 1 or 2 minutes. All right, we're going to take off our plate. Got our plate nice and warm now. And we are going to do that same procedure of underneath. But this time we are only going in half. If you can see that, that's, whoo, does that look good. Heat's fully off. Now, I mean, you can go in a third if you want, but I completely like half on this. And you would have yourself a fantastic omelet. Throw a little chives on top again, because why not? We have some and it looks nice. And there we are. A stuffed omelet. And there you have it, folks. This is how we made our stuffed omelet with a little bit of breakfast sausage, some pecorino romano, and mushrooms, and then our plain omelet. And yeah, our trifold on that one with a little bit of salmon and a little side salad. This is actually going to be my dinner tonight. So scoot that off to the side. But yeah, you don't have to be afraid of it. Give it a shot. Let me see if I can get a nice shot of that for you. Give them a shot. You know, worst comes to worst. If you screw it up, you get scrambled eggs. So not too shabby. I guess only thing left to do is give it the old official taste test. This would be great. You throw a little, you know, breakfast potatoes and, I don't know, whatever you want. Banana, fruit, maybe some English muffin bread. That'd be cool if someone made that. Check it out right here. All right, sorry, shameless plug. Let's get back and we're going to go ahead and try this out. All right, that might be an outrageously large, but here, we'll give you this is what she looks like. That is the little, ooh, still steaming a little bit too. You know what? Whatever, we're just going in monster style. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a nice close-up here for you. Hopefully you were able to see that close-up, but that stuffed omelet there, all the flavors, it's fantastic. This egg is cooked perfectly. If you follow those techniques, 30% pan, 70% technique, give it a shot, please do. And you know what? You're gonna screw it up. It's gonna happen. You're not gonna be good at omelets your very first time. Guarantee it. It took me years to get good at omelets. I was just making scrambled eggs all the time, and I wouldn't even say I'm great at them yet, but I have a lot more confidence in trying them out and doing them now. You can stuff them, you figure out your ratios of how to stuff them, what you want to put in there, and really clean out the fridge and make an omelet. It's fantastic. It's so delicious. But yeah, hope you give this a shot. Let me know if you do. Comment below, and comment below and let me know what your techniques are for making an omelet. If you do, if you know another technique, I'd love to learn. That's what I'm here for. I feel like we can learn from each other. Thanks for coming by, guys. And just want to say, remember, you're just making food out of ingredients until you sit down and share them with the ones you love. Then it's a meal. All right, guys, greatly appreciate it. What a whirlwind this has been. Thanks for coming along on the ride. And yeah, we'll see you next time.